Hello, students. Welcome to week two. I hope week one went well for you and you guys had a nice week. You're all healthy and safe. Um, so, I wanted to go ahead and talk to you about what's going on this week. But before I do, I'm going to talk about homework. As soon as the homework starts going in, I'm going to go ahead and give it grades. Uh, this homework assignment for week one was kind of a drawing assessment to see where students are at and also to try to do attendance in some sort of way. Um, so make sure you get your homework in so I can get you for attendance, and make sure you get your homework in so that we can move on to the next phase of the homework. All right, so let's see here. I hope everyone got their supplies. If you didn't get your supplies, there's still a little bit of time, and feel free to go to an art store and talk to people in person if you're okay with that. If you're okay with wearing a mask and other people are wearing masks, but if not, then go ahead and order them online, or just make sure you let me know what's going on with them. Anyway, so we were supposed to have checking out the slideshow. The slideshow was talking about different kinds of drawing and especially contour drawing. Sorry about any confusion this week on last week's homework assignment. It was to draw 5 different drawings, um, photograph them and draw them, and use 2 different styles of contour drawings or more. So doing 3 of them in one style and 2 of them in another would have been just fine. Anyway, I look forward to the homework, and I'm going to look at the discussion boards and respond to those who may have left something on the discussion. Okay, so field trip today. So today, if you want to do a field trip, fine. If not, go ahead and photograph things inside your home, in your yard, or places that you feel safe and healthy. I went ahead and went out on a hike and got some photos together. The purpose of this is to prepare for the midterm assignment. The midterm assignment at this point, the activity is going to be to find 5 different objects to photograph and do rough thumbnail sketches, in which I'm going to do a little video on rough sketches for you. And then that's going to be your homework assignment. So you'll post all of that in homework too. So you'll photograph 5 objects, do rough sketches of them to show me how you would do a final piece, and then that's how we are going to move forward. Now, just to talk about rough sketches a little bit, or thumbnail sketches. So thumbnail sketches are designed to be really fast, not something that you think about. They're supposed to be done rapidly. It's kind of a shorthand notes for artists, quick drawings, no erasing primarily, because you're really just trying to get a rough idea out onto the page. If there's some videos here, if you want to try to find it, all I did was Google thumbnail sketches, and then there's some images here if you want to try to get an idea of what a rough sketch is. So this is pretty rough here, but we get the idea of what it is they're trying to do. So if you have any questions about that, go ahead and send me a message and I'll try to help out. If not, what I'm going to do is so this page here is kind of what you're supposed to do today. This is an example. So you're supposed to find 5 things in nature, or 5 things, and just photograph them. And we're going to take these, and I'm going to show you how to use them so that we can create new compositions with them. Now, composition is something that we need to focus on when we're drawing. Um, the rule of thirds is what I usually base composition on. And what composition is how a page is laid out. And basically, you always want the action or the focal point to be in one of the thirds. So you can see how this is broken up into thirds, and how all the bits of the action are in one part of the third. Like the horizon line right here is on the third. This tree is on the upper third. This girl here occupies the upper and lower left third. This is kind of what makes an image strong. So if you don't ever really want to put anything in the center because it makes an image kind of boring. It's sort of like a bullseye. What you want to do is you want to be able to guide your viewer's eye around the page. And so that's kind of what we want to do with these compositions. And the reason why I'm showing you that is, like, for instance, this hawk here. So you can see how the hawk's in the third, but I don't really like how it fits in the frame. So maybe when I do my, you know, my thumbnail sketch for this, if I was going to choose this, I would probably draw it so that it was like, let's see, maybe I want this to do something like that, and this is going to come over here, and that's going to go over here, and there's going to be a wing here and a wing here, and then my beak, and I want it to fit something more like this. So if I broke this up in the thirds, you could see this would be where my focal point is. So that's not really a strong composition. Actually, this composition here is a lot stronger because it's right here up in that third. But I think I want it bigger. And what I would do maybe is I would probably raise this and crop the wing a little bit so that now my action is here. Wow, that was confusing. Let me do that again. Okay, so basically if I was going to blow this up, let's go ahead and get these third lines in here. I would want to make sure that my head is here, that my wings go across here, that my body's going here, tail feathers are here. So this would be a strong composition to me, and it's a lot different than the photo. Let's go ahead and use this one here. Ooh, sorry about that. Let's go ahead and use this. Let's make that a little bit tighter. And zoom in so you can see what it looks like. Okay, so what we got is a signpost. Now if we broke this down into its thirds, yeah, you know, the sign's pretty much right on close to the third. Enough. Looks like the horizon line's on the third. So it's a pretty good strong composition in landscape. But what if I did something that looked like this? So there's my third here. And then I made this the sign. And then I made my little ridge here. And then that back part of the ridge would come over there, and then I'd have like some kind of little bush here, maybe a rock, and you know, some clouds. But this right here would be a stronger composition than how I have in the photo, and that's the whole idea of these thumbnail sketches, is to make whatever photo you have and give it a really strong composition, because chances are the composition might be a little static. So let's see here. Let's try the tortoise. By the way, that's the very first desert tortoise I've ever seen in the wild, so I was really happy to see that. Actually, yeah, that's the first one. So anyway, this guy was pretty huge too. This from about, let's say, here to here was at least 18 to 24 inches. Anyway, this guy's broken up pretty good into the thirds. You know, his head's in a good place. But if I was going to do this, let's see what I would do to this composition. I would probably do something that's a little bit more like this. Oh, God, let me get rid of that. That's just, oh, that's terrible. Sorry about that. What if I zoomed in a little bit? What if I went like this? And then, you know, I did something that was composed a little bit more like that. Perhaps maybe I could do some things like little rocks here, little boulders to fill up the space. But, you know, there's nothing wrong with going ahead and zooming in on a drawing either. So, zooming in to fit, zooming in to crop, changing the format, all of these work. So if you have any questions regarding your homework this week, please let me know, but at least start with the photos. Okay, so if you have any issues, please understand that these are meant to be really quick, just to give me an idea and give you an idea of what might be best to do this project. And I hope you guys have a great week, and I hope you have fun with this assignment. And I look forward to checking out the discussions. Tiki J, and I'm out.